warm welcome to Realty Check, a podcast where we deep dive into the world of real estate. We want to dig a little deeper under the skin today. We don't love to leave anything at the surface. We want to get the best out of our guests. Our discussions sometimes are very feisty, but that's because there's a lot of information, a lot of knowledge that we share with our viewers alike. So today we have a very special guest. Well, there's a bit of twist to the side of the person that we're going to be meeting today. He has come from a talent which perhaps may not be very known in a business environment like real estate, a musician and a singer himself, fairly established with a fantastic following, has pivoted into the world of real estate in Dubai. I know you're curious. I'm curious too as well. Without wasting much of time, let me introduce Amjad Shakir, the CEO of Globex Real Estate. And he is with us today to give us some more insights into his world of real estate and music together. With that, warm welcome to you. It's such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much. The pleasure is mine, and I'm very happy to be part of this initiative by DAMAC.
It's a joy. It's a joy. We've heard a lot about you. In fact, I was just mentioning to you, I've actually heard some of your songs. And what stood out to me, because I'm emotional as well, as much as you are, and tribute to your mother and mothers especially, the song that you wrote as a tribute to the mothers of this world, Boys to Men. And I was in love with the words, the way you strung them together, and the music, and you have such blessed voice.
Thank you very much.
It's amazing voice. But that's where I'm going to pivot my first question. But I think it's a question that everyone must have asked you. And it's a question that I also want to know from you. Music, something struck a chord from music, from where you pivoted into real estate. What was that transition all about? How do you make that transition?
I'm not going to take long explaining this, but it's musicians are also considered entrepreneurs.
Wow.
If I may put it this way, because network is important for you as a musician.
Right.
And while networking, you also listening to your crowd. So if you listen to the crowd, if you pay attention to what they say, you might find wonders.
Wow.
What they say, because they're opening up to you as a musician.
Right.
Because they have admired you when you sang or when you played the guitar. So, for example, you play the guitar, right?
Yes, I do.
So if you went to a place where with new people, and you start playing and impress them, and they would be interested, and then they would open to you.
Yes.
So musicians by nature, by talent, are entrepreneurs.
Wow.
And it's the twist just for them to see this and just to develop this entrepreneurship mindset.
Well, it's a very different way to look at it. It's a very different new way to look at it. It's a fresh pair of lens to see how your music talent has made inroads into the real estate business. And you connected music to entrepreneurship so beautifully. Is that what drove you into becoming an independent real estate professional in the realty business?
Well, honestly, even before music, business was something that I was aiming for in terms of just exploring stuff and trying new fields. But again, like I mentioned again, with music and with singing, being out there meeting people, maybe you meet higher VIPs, because they would also they would want for you to come at their private occasions for you to sing to them.
Yeah.
So seeing these big guys and what they do for business, because they are also opening up to you as a musician.
Right.
It triggered me to be why not also explore this field? Why not also explore other fields as an entrepreneur?
Yeah. But how do you find people warming up to you? Because you got music on one side.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that's where you will also be finding your most prospective people. Yeah. How do they warm up to you when you kind of change the landscape from music to real estate? I mean, are they warm and welcome recipients to you talking about real estate?
True, 100%. Like, I mean, one thing I learned, and it's just maybe it's not me and it's not everyone. It's there. If you are performing somewhere, it's not about the performance. It's about the performer.
Right.
Right.
It's about you. The spotlight is you.
Yeah. So if you're doing a business, it's not about how you do it. It's about you. It's about the performer themselves.
Tell us a little more about that. I mean, I'm assuming you're talking about more ethereal and very important elements like trust and character as well.
100%. You have to be likable. There's no way around it.
Likable.
Yeah. Likability is something important in business. It's not only music.
Right.
And it's not only real estate, but every business. You're an entrepreneur. The first impression is important.
Wow, I understand that.
Yeah,
And I think
that's the
also,
gateway to your business.
right, likability,
Yeah.
trust.
Yeah.
I can also understand, because when you are composing songs and you're singing and you're passionate about what you do, then there is a side of who you are that people start believing anyway.
True.
Right? Well, you wouldn't have written that line without you actually feeling it.
100%. 100%.
So that goes into songs.
Exactly. Everything comes from within. So it's about you
Right.
and how you are sending this information to people. So like, for example, you were very welcoming when I entered the boom.
Right.
So the vibe already changed.
Yeah.
If I'm a normal person and I came nervous, and then so maybe somehow the vibe was not aiming for, then we wouldn't be this comfortable talking to each other.
Yeah.
So I salute you for what you have implemented in the first 5 seconds.
Like,
It's always maximum. You have 30 seconds.
that's all
You're
sure.
blind.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always say that, right?
Half of this is your likability.
Yeah. That first impression kind of like that
That's
sticks.
Yeah, 15
Always.
minutes likability. 15 minutes. Catch up for a call,
Right.
for a coffee.
Oh, that's very interesting. Very interesting. Did business run in the family? Or
Yes. My father's family. They're big businessmen in the spare part business.
right? Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So it's already there. The DNA somewhere there. Well,
yeah.
So very interesting. Now you've been with a very strategic partner with DAMAC now.
Correct.
And first of all, we also know that you've got the top emerging agency for Audibly 2024 with DAMAC. Congratulations, first of all.
I appreciate it.
Because DAMAC is also very picky and choosy about whom we award, and we see some of the partners who've really worked hard. So I think you've well deserved that spot.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate that.
And first of all, what sets you apart? I know it's a very competitive landscape, right? Real estate means a lot of things to a lot of people.
True.
How do you differentiate yourself? What's that watermark quality of both you as an individual and as an agency that sets you apart from the rest of the crowd?
That's a very good question, especially in the UAE. Yeah, I honestly, maybe I would also I would only share my perspective on this, but and it varies from agency from an agency to another. But again, it's about really serving the client from the heart. It's just this. It's not a transactional business.
Wow. I mean, that's something that a lot of good established agencies have told me. And I understand the importance of it. Placing such equity to relationships, not transactions.
100%. So we care for the clients.
Right.
We care. Like I mean, so for example, we actually drive some of the clients to and from the airport.
Wow.
It's that level of caring. So we understand, and we want to solve your challenges. We want to help you.
Yeah.
Pass your challenges, solve them.
So you could build them up.
Convenience for the client, information,
Yeah.
the right information.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You don't want to be fluffing things which are not true. You've also seen that side of, the real estate market where people have actually not either restrained from giving away the right information or have given false information to clients.
True.
A couple of things around what you just mentioned. You said you receive your clients from the airport. That's going the extra mile, right?
Yes.
We're literally going the extra mile.
Yes.
And I'm assuming these are people who are perhaps new to Dubai, or they are international travelers who are coming to Dubai to scout for real estate opportunities.
Even if they are also used to Dubai.
Yeah. You still go and receive them.
Still.
Wow.
It's like we initiate, and it's there's no charge on that.
Yeah.
No charge on that.
Yeah.
It's just we understand.
Yeah.
It's a deep word. We understand,
We understand.
and when they understand that we understand,
That's where trust. That's where trust is built. How much time do you actually spend with a client when he travels to Dubai and spends time with you? I'm sure it also includes your meetings, your tours,
100%.
your showings and everything put together.
Yes, and everything is about time, money, effort, which are the cornerstones of any project. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if you show the client, not only show, if the client understands that you are giving your time, your money, your effort to minimize his time, his money, and his effort, you're in this.
Oh.
100%.
As in, we are in a market which is now obviously with that many developers in the landscape. It's not the top developers like DAMAC themselves and the various other players in the market. You have represented real estate to multiple international clients across the globe.
Yes.
And I also know that you have a special focus on Africa, the larger part of Africa. We're going to talk about that in detail. But my first question to you is, how do you manage to find clients for yourself? Because being in Dubai, there's a local flavor. People know you. People understand who you are. It's easier for you to showcase the strength of your agency to people, the strength of who you are. Being an international client and for you to get their attention, what are the things that you do to get the attention of international investors? Some of your secret sauce.
Well, and you said it yourself. It's a secret sauce. So, I mean, no, I would say authenticity. It's just being authentic. This is the key to everything. If you're authentically negative, this is something maybe people would get attracted to because they're also authentically negative.
Right.
But being authentic in general and positively in specific is very important.
But how do you build that with clients who are miles away from Dubai and where the real ground
We actually travel.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we actually travel. So, but personal connection is very important. And when I meet you in person, it's not the same as if I talk to you via the phone.
Right. So these people who travel to Dubai thereafter are the ones that you already met one day or the other, right?
Yes.
Or why would they take the effort of flying all the way to Dubai? Nice. It's good to see that that's the way.
Social media is also part of it. But again, because it's a very competitive landscape, so you have to spend.
Yes, we have to.
You have to spend, and it's not money only. You have to spend time.
Yeah.
You have to spend effort. You have to spend money.
Yeah.
To at least, if you're targeting 500 clients, and you spend time, money, effort for 500 clients, maybe you might get 50 clients.
Right.
Still enough.
Like, yeah, that's about 10%.
Because these 50 clients, they have their network of people.
Right. So that's why you build stock.
It's a collage. It's a collateral beauty. So you spend effort. It's a long-term investment, but you have to do it now.
Right. Got it.
You have to start it now.
Got it. But I feel like what you just said is a collateral asset. I mean, you're literally building value into clients' lives.
True.
And without them perceiving that value through your trust and your relationship nature rather than being transactional, you are actually depositing a lot of equity and value into a client's life.
True.
Right. You spoke about they opening up their network. What were some of the key ingredients you think as an advisor, real estate property realty advisor, that you would want to characterize with your clients for them to place their trust in you? What are the things that you do?
The truth.
Okay.
If I would say one word, it's the truth. You have to be honest.
Place the facts on the table.
You have to be honest. And as a businessman, because time is also, you're already spending time.
Yeah.
So sugarcoating information is not beneficial for an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So if I'm with you now, I've already spent time, money, effort to show you that I really care.
Right.
So after all this effort, I need to tell you the truth.
Right.
I need to show you facts,
Right.
numbers, statistics,
Right.
lower index, higher index. There's a lot of information. Some clients are not interested in seeing numbers.
Right.
That's also something we do.
So what do they look for without the numbers? I mean, most of them are offline anyway. So how would you sell to them?
So previous transactions are proof.
Right.
Yeah. So every source from Dubai Land Department.
Right.
The numbers are there for the past. Let's say for every client, you can start from 2010, going up. Transactions. That's a decade now.
Right.
It's 2020.
Right. But what you're saying is you show the story, the narrative of how the markets have grown and how it's performed.
Yeah, and by projects. And three things we target, we guide our clients into. And this is applied to UAE as a country with its real estate, within its real estate business as well. First thing is the natural attraction areas in the country.
Right.
Which is the main aim for UAE.
Right.
So in terms of natural attraction areas, we have the sea on the west side, and we have mountains. Right? This is the first thing. Second is the man-made attraction areas.
Right.
Is where UAE government has built.
So the gyms that they have built.
Exactly. For example, downtown Burj Khalifa.
Right.
This is a man-made attraction area.
Yeah.
Third is the vision of the rulers
Right.
for the next 10 years.
Right. Well, that's important because we're going to be casting a bit around that topic as well. Now that you brought that up, what about the vision of Dubai? Do you think the real estate investors, people who want to come and buy real estate, are really, I don't want to use the word attracted, but they kind of are pulled into that route? What stands out in that 2040 urban plan or the plan or vision that the leadership has?
I might go philosophical here, but it's honestly, and this is what I believe in. What everyone is missing for the next 10 years is to believe.
Right.
10 years ago, there was nothing. 20 years ago, it was nothing. But this country has rulers who believe. They have showed you that if we believe in something and we're working on it, we're spending time, money, effort, we can make it happen.
Right.
Even if, God forbid, if economically, let's say, for example, like COVID, this is something out of our hands, but we still believe.
Yes.
Does that make sense? Yes. So and in order to show you that we believe, as the government, we have created futuristic projects that are related to sustainability.
Right. Yes, it is. Yes.
Right.
Correct.
To show you that we can serve you, we can give you this environment, this platform for you to grow as an individual, as a family household, and as an entrepreneur.
Right.
So believe is a big word.
Right.
And even for entrepreneurs, you have to believe.
Yeah.
If you are investing or if you are even attracting businesses.
Yeah. So that's what is drawing more people to Dubai. They gravitate to the love and affection
From
of
my
Dubai.
own perspective.
That's what it is.
And they have to believe in something. And we have to believe in the vision of the rulers.
Right.
So Dubai government is very smart. And the UAE as a country is very, they know where they're heading to. So they have plans 2040, 2050, 2060, 2070.
With a track record of having visualized even in the past and achieved them.
Exactly.
And the same spirit propels them forward. That's just a brilliant story.
Yeah.
A couple of things from your market point of view. I know that you work around more of the African market. I was told that you have a massive clientele from that part of the world.
It's true. I mean, I was born and raised in Saudi Arabia.
Right.
So it's the Middle East, the MENA region is part of it, as well as the international market, of course.
Right.
Because the UAE, as a multicultural platform, allows you to exchange businesses with international clients.
Correct. Yeah.
In all aspects.
Right.
Real estate is a big business, and it allows foreigner investors or foreigner end users to be part of this multicultural, serviced country.
Right. Right.
The service infrastructure allows
people to
be part of this multicultural platform.
Yeah. It just makes it more easier for you to kind of open out to different global frontiers and there's wide businesses in.
True, and like language is very important. The part of the UAE is relying on English as the first language. Of course, Arabic is the first language. But because there are many nationalities in the UAE, so they have to share one language at least to communicate.
Yeah.
So, for example, me and you are talking English now.
Yeah.
I don't speak Urdu or Hindi. Is that what you say?
Yeah.
Or I don't speak Malayalam. I sing though, but I don't. I don't speak. But I'm able to communicate through English. Right. And we're able to communicate now through English.
So this is all on ENT.
Yeah, exactly. And we're able to exchange business.
Yeah.
And this is what truly gives the UAE the standpoint in terms of worldwide.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You go anywhere, like you wouldn't find this much of multicultural ethnicities in this country with this harmony.
Right.
Harmony is the cure, the core investment that UAE is relying on.
Right.
They're making everything. Everything is in harmony.
Right.
This is the word.
It's a lot of tolerance, are the safest cities to live in.
100%.
Yeah, and what you said, I can see a lot of musical terms coming out of you now. Philosophical. I can see harmony. I can see the melody part of it, all coming together. Bringing it back to the spotlight of Africa. What took you to Africa?
And the borders.
They're open.
I know it's a very basic word, but I'm Sudanese.
Right.
I'm from Sudan.
Right.
So both my parents are I'm Sudanese, and my country is Sudan.
Right.
And so Sudan is in Africa. So part of the expansion as an entrepreneur to explore the surroundings around you.
Right.
And Africa has a lot of resources.
Right. Right.
And the trade business is huge in Africa.
In Africa.
So this is part of it as an entrepreneur also. You would meet with clients from, for example, from the entertainment business, or open doors for you for clients who work in the trade business.
Wow. That's a big door opener.
Yeah, because they are doing this business.
Yeah. No, that's lovely. Lovely to know that. That's a door opener, actually, isn't it? I mean, the talent that God's blessed you with, which is good to know. From the African side, what brings people from Africa to buy real estate in Dubai? What are they looking for?
If there's maybe, again, depends. Some clients are interested in leisure. They want something convenient and very nice for their family.
Right.
A lot of African clients, or clients from Africa in general, they would buy properties only for them.
Right.
It's enough. It's not for investment.
Just for the personal use.
Yeah, and they would come to this unit or this property 2 months a year.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's if they are buying the properties for themselves, then this is fine. But if they are buying answering your question, why are they buying in UAE? Most of the African clients are investors.
Right.
Because again, Africa is the source of business.
Correct.
A lot of businesses are coming from Africa.
Right.
So based on the UAE's stable economy,
Right.
and the track record since the union of the United Arab Emirates, this is a huge platform for
them to bring money and confidently.
Exactly. To put their money in a safe country.
Right. Well, you also mentioned very clearly they are investor class, and I'm sure there are also people who love to buy a home for themselves and come and live.
True.
I mean, given that there are two different segments here, and we know that when an investor class comes in, the expectations are more around the ROIs and capital appreciation and return on equity, more importantly.
Sure.
How do I mean, we know that there is a conversion rate as well, but they want to come and invest here in dirhams while you have a local currency there. Does that actually affect the level of business because there is a difference in the economy and the scale of economy between Dubai and the rest of the world in Africa?
I mean, most of the African countries, they rely on the exchange of dollar.
Right.
So most of the business
or the trade contracts are usually in dollars, so they're comfortable with it.
Yeah. And in the UAE, the dollar is stable against the dirhams.
Right.
Right? Against one dirham.
Right.
So it's for them to put their money where the economy is stable.
Right.
Is something that every businessman would think of.
Right. Because of the affinity with the dollar, it's easier for them to just bring it in dollar, invest into Dubai, and be paid anyway to the dollar.
Yeah, to be part of a stable economy.
Right.
Because all businessmen, all investors, they made their money by thinking smart. They're not misinformed.
Right.
They're very smart.
Yeah.
And that's why being authentic and telling the truth, because clients know.
Right. Right.
So, for example, I might be young in age. I might be even, I might have less experience than a businessman in their 50s or 60s, but they know how to make business.
Right.
That's why they have money.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
money makes more money.
Yeah. So like if you accumulate these factors, like meeting the client, first impression, likability, telling the truth, staying genuine, give added value,
right,
and showcase transactions,
right, give them proof.
You're actually showing the client that we are here for you.
They're building their confidence
because they understand.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. We also know that you are competitive, a fierce environment like where we are in Dubai. We are seeing more developments. We are seeing a lot more real estate coming in. Population has swelled. We see that increase as well. What are the things that you would want to do differently in 2025? Now that we're coming to the more or less at the fag end of the year, how has 2024 been, by the way?
Grateful.
Brilliant.
We are grateful. I
Brilliant.
have a solid team, and together, no one is the boss. No one is the boss.
Right.
It's a mutual understanding,
Yeah.
and it's a mutual. It's a beneficial exchange,
Right.
and everyone is a shareholder. This is the mindset that I would.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant.
But it's 2024 is. I'm thankful. I'm grateful, and of course, being part of DAMAC is one of the highlights also of this year.
But what specifically about the DAMAC helped you to have a nice, I would not say just a sensational 2024, but like what you said, you're grateful for how things have panned out for you. How did DAMAC make that special for you?
A lot of factors, honestly. So post-COVID, from our perspective, DAMAC has always been supportive, 100%. Even following back, even if we don't follow.
Right.
Calls keep coming from DAMAC side.
Right.
Yeah. Even for property management, DAMAC has showcased excellent record in terms of following up with the clients themselves.
Right.
So we have our inventory of clients and inventory of properties.
Right.
And because we also communicate with the clients,
Yeah.
just to let them know that we are here also. So if a client buys a property from DAMAC, then it's not the end. You're still with you in this journey.
Absolutely.
So when we call the clients,
You so rightly said that. Yeah, as a developer, yeah, we may have given a unit and perhaps that would end the relationship for the time being at least. But as a broker, that you have to go the whole 9 yards with the client. The journey is still not over
100%.
with the client, right?
yes. And what got us really impressed with DAMAC is even though the client bought the unit, or clients bought the unit, all the clients bought the unit, and we are communicating with the client,
Yeah.
they're actually giving us feedback that DAMAC has already informed us.
Right.
We've already been informed by DAMAC.
Right.
So this is nice, and it's very ensuring to us to keep also working with DAMAC,
Right.
because our clients who have their network of people are comfortable dealing with DAMAC.
Wow. Yeah. What's your outlook for 2025? Personally, for yourself and the business?
Well,
Besides singing more songs, which I know you're going to be continuing anyway.
Honestly, 2025 or maybe even 2030, or even 2040 is like, again, I'm gonna go philosophical a little bit, but it's truly this, like the way you are now, like your status in life now is your vision of yourself 5 years ago.
Wow. Okay. So what you're saying is you articulated that vision so well. The life
You must have a vision of yourself 5 years from now.
Right.
How are you gonna look? What are you gonna make? How impact are you gonna have on people? So the way you are now, the way everyone is here now, like I see you now, you are the result of your vision of yourself 5 years ago. You are the reflection of your vision 5 years ago.
I can sense a lot of that philosophical, the spiritual side of life.
Like we are living life. Yeah. We are living, and whether we like it or not, we're gonna develop. Right. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we are living, we are growing, we're gonna develop. So if we're developing anyways, why don't we develop positively instead of developing negatively?
Right.
You're developing anyways. The only thing you can't stop is time.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna develop with time.
Yeah.
So better develop positively.
Yeah.
And just see the outcome.
Yeah. And time is a master craftsman itself, right? It shapes you
100%.
what you want to say.
I have the vision. Give it time. Be patient. Be patient, because this is time. I'm not that old, so don't think I'm saying this because like I'm 70 or like or I'm 60. No,
Life has taught you. I don't understand, but life has taught you a lot of these lessons. Well, it wouldn't come to you spontaneously. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah,
you can't make up a story.
True.
Especially talking about life.
100%. And we all share this. We all share this as people, as humans, We're gonna grow. We're gonna grow together. And we just part of it, like we might click and we might not click.
Yeah.
And life. Yes. If we don't click, it's fine.
Yeah.
There are 7 billion people in the world.
Yeah. You're right. Not everything needs to be falling in and stopping in place. Yeah.
Yes, true.
Yes.
And part of it also because we're staying in the UAE now. UAE is my second home also. I was born in Saudi Arabia.
Right.
So born and raised in Saudi Arabia.
Right.
So Saudi Arabia and UAE are my second home. Both.
Right.
Like I know, like I love the culture and I relate to the culture because I was born there, and I have lived with my best friends as Saudis, from Saudi Arabia. So staying in the UAE here and seeing the rulers, their vision, it's coming true.
Right.
And it's like there's a 2040 vision now. 2040 is 15 years from now.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So if the rulers are having this vision and they have showcased for you that we had vision 50 years ago, and look where are you now, where you are now, look at yourself. Can't you have a 5 years vision for yourself? Just for you. Just 1 year. Just 1 year of commitment.
And you reckon that the reason where you are today is because of the vision that's you've inspired into your heart?
100%. And I try my best to stay, not only me, but everyone around me and around us. But I would know you from your 5 close friends. Does that mean
Show me your friends and I can tell you who you are.
100%.
Right.
100%.
Yeah. You are the company you keep at the end. There's
100%.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
In 40 days, you become who you are friends with.
So when you pick and choose people that you work with,
Yeah.
do you follow the similar philosophy as well?
Yeah, some of it, of course. I mean,
Because hiring is not based on talent and all, like what I hear from you now.
yes, it's about the performer, 100%. So we are picky in choosing people.
All right.
Yeah.
And you said you have a very strong team now. How many people do you
Yeah,
have?
solid. You have 18 now.
Nice.
Yeah.
18.
That's solid.
Right. Brilliant. So before we kind of bring it to a conclusion, I just want to thank you for those nice pearls of wisdom that you kept dropping. And there's so much that we can learn from. I mean, you keep saying you're 30, but I think there is enough substance for a 50-year-old to learn from it now. Bringing this to another important aspect, entrepreneur. You've shared some of the reasons why you're resilient as an entrepreneur, what has helped you establish as an entrepreneur. What would be top of the mind 2 things that you would want to tell people who are tuned in, people who want to aspire to become businessmen like yourself, the young generation of business people?
Sure.
What are the 2 things that you would advise them to keep in mind if they ever want to turn the ship towards entrepreneurship? What will that be?
I've learned this from great mentors. Repetition equals network.
Right.
Relationship equals reputation. Reputation equals relationship.
Right. So it's like a circular formula, right?
There's no way around it.
Right.
You can create a reputation if you have good relationships. And you can create relationships if you have good reputation.
So we can't undo one for the other. It has to be together.
There's no way around it. I mean, we can see it even on our daily lives. You can do business with anyone from outside, and if you have good reputation, you can create good relationship. And it's vice versa. Not only real estate. As an entrepreneur, you have to have good relationship.
Right.
And good relationship comes from the core of ticking the box of the consumer, whether it's an end consumer or an investor themselves, ticking their boxes. How can I help you minimize your time?
Right. I love what you said. You want to pick up the risk and give them that peace of mind.
Let me spend more time, more effort, more money to lessen these 3 parameters for you. So less money or less expenses, less headache, less effort, and less time. If I'm giving you this value, it's a value that I'm giving because I'm paying my time, because time is not replaceable. So if you would appreciate that 100%, as an entrepreneur, if I'm encouraging people, and I'm always there to support everyone around me, and it's not me only, it's even my partners in the company. This is what we want to give. We want to add value, and we care.
I think that's the value that you show by showing that you care for them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, value is not a word; it's a behavior you want to demonstrate.
Yes.
What you said, you show that by caring for
Yes.
people. Right?
And you want to show people that we understand. So, as an entrepreneur, as a rising entrepreneur, as someone who's interested to explore the entrepreneurship industry, I would say,
Right.
you must be likable. You must present value. You must create your reputation by having good relationships.
Right. And vice versa.
Yeah, vice versa.
Yeah. And that's how what I hear you saying. If you want to stay invested in being an entrepreneur, for people who are tuned in today, relationship is equal to your network.
100%.
Right? You mentioned that very clearly. Reputation is equal to relationship. And vice versa. You can't have a relationship without reputation. You cannot have a possible reputation without you having relationships with
100%.
people, which helps you to build a positive network, right? Thank you so much for those tips. I can't let you go without you singing a song for us now. So we would love to hear that melodious voice.
Thank you very much.
Please.
Thank you very much. So I'll try to sing a little bit of Sudanese, which is my origin,
Right.
and maybe world music, something international,
Right.
as well as also an international Hindi song.
Let's go for it.
So
Let's
I'll
go
try
for
to
it.
tick some of the boxes.
Yeah, I think you already won many hearts now. Singing that many languages. Let's go for it. All yours.
So I'll sing Sudanese,
Yes.
and it's an original of mine. It's called I Knew How, but it's Sudanese. عرفت كيف ممكن يكون بعيد من بعيد، عرفت كيف ممكن أعيش برايا وحيد، بس انت تفضل عايش سعيد، بس انت تفضل عايش سعيد. Thank you very much. I've enough. I can sing world music. I'll sing Fly Me to the Moon by Frank Sinatra.
Wow. What a pick.
Yeah.
What a pick. Go for it.
Thank you. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me.
Wow. Oh, wow. It just takes me back to memory lane. These are songs of my times. I love these songs. Thank you. And now for the Hindi one, I think you have a light on.
Please, for all the listeners now, please excuse me if I mispronounce some of the words. For all the guys in the studio, please don't judge me. I don't speak no language though. So I think Hamna Family is a nice song that I love. It's just a soulful song, honestly. And I hope you guys like it.
We love it already, so yeah, no way that we don't love it.
कर रास्ते में गम मिल गया था, लग के गले में रो दिया, जो सिर्फ मेरा था सिर्फ मेरा, मैंने उसे क्यों खो दिया, हवा के जने में झूमता था बेवजह, प्यारी मेरे लिए क्यों बाकी न रहा, ओ हम नवा मेरे तो है तो मेरी सांस चले बता दे कैसे मैं जीऊंगा तेरे बिना ओ हम नवा मेरे तो है तो मेरी सांस चले बता दे कैसे मैं जीऊंगा तेरे बिना.
Round of applause, man. I mean, that's just phenomenal. Thank you so much. As I told you, I'm a fan for life.
I appreciate it.
I mean, the moment I listened to your first song on YouTube, I just couldn't take my ears. I was thinking, I'm actually listening to what I'm listening to. It was so good.
Thank you so much.
I think you're gifted. I'm really praying and hoping that you would take your music to heal many more people. I pray that your music would encourage many more people. And the philosophies that you spoke about, so enriched into that conversation that we just had about half an hour. I only hope that your music carries that to many more.
So much. I appreciate it.
Many more.
Thank you very much.
It's such a joy to have you here with us.
Thank you very much.
I think you kind of brought this to a nice emotional crescendo to end with such lovely songs.
Thank you so much.
Soul-stirring songs. Amjad, it's a true pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
It's an honor to have you. Thank you so much.
The honor is ours and the honor is mine to be here. And honestly, like the whole DAMAC organization and DAMAC development, I consider DAMAC one of the like elite developers in UAE, honestly. And the service they give is up to date and with high standards. And I would like to also thank the whole team of DAMAC, from Ashraf, Kishan Kumar, of course, Nagish also. You guys here, thank you so much for your effort. It's just little effort from everyone that is showing all of this. Little by little, every one of you guys is doing a great job, and it might not be noticeable when maybe some people are not seeing, but even you guys, like putting the lights here, just being on stand here, like on call the whole hour. Like I'm seeing these guys, they have been standing up for the past hour.
Yes.
And in one place, like I'm seeing one place, no one moved an inch.
Yes.
This is dedication, and thank you so much, guys. How do you say shukriya? Shukriya. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for your energy.
I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you
It's
so
such a
much.
joy to have you, and all the very best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us here today at Realty Check, podcast powered by the DAMAC Academy. You heard from the man himself, besides the blessed voice that he has, and having entertained us with those 3 songs sung in different languages, which is amazing to see how he has taken a turn, pivoted into the world of real estate. He shared some of those most philosophical and deep insights that we don't get to see in too many podcasts. Things like how relationships and trust and how you build value and character and how all that dovetails into building very genuine, absolutely truthful relationships with people. You also see how a young man like him has taken to entrepreneurship with one objective in mind, which is to create value for his clients. I hope you've been able to take some value as well from today's podcast. Stay tuned for more. This is just the tip of the iceberg as we bring in a lot more guests and clients to dig deeper into the world of real estate in the Dubai market. Thank you for joining us.